You got the cast?
Mm-hmm.
The cast of Barney, all the people. I know them by the real Derek. I only remember Derek.
Who's Derek?
It was the black guy. The only black guy.
His name was not Derek.
It was Derek on the show.
Oh, you talking about the kid?
I remember the characters.
The kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought you was talking about the voice.
Barney sold out New York, so
he sold out
Radio City. Not a lot of people can do that shit.
When it come to kids, man, you can sell out any goddamn thing.
Man, white people in the 90s just got mad.
It was weird.
Why would teenagers? Let's say that.
It's weird.
All right, let's hit record on this joint.
It is recorded.
And stop playing. Oh, son of a bitch.
It's on the beat, make it boom.
All right. Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. Shit.
Daco?
I said, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. As always, I'm your host, Alan Ford.
I'm Will Hill.
And today's documentary is called I Love You, You Hate Me, the documentary about the rise and fall of Barney the goddamn dinosaur. Available on Peacock. If you can say Peacock's free, so you can watch it on there, or you can pay $5 for the premium with commercials.
Oh, wait, Peacock is free?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I paid $5 for the premium with commercials because I wanted to watch that 70s show too. But that's a whole nother thing.
So wait, never mind.
Yeah, we'll talk about that today. Yeah, this documentary is 2 episodes to it, both about 58 minutes long.
It's an hour.
It's okay. We can go an hour.
Just an hour.
Or why can't I say 58?
That's an hour.
I wanted to be specific.
Okay.
58 minutes and 22 seconds long.
Oh.
That's how long both episodes are. The documentary details Cheryl Leach, who was the creator of Barney. Mm-hmm. She created it because she was at the video store. She got a video for her preschool son, Patrick, yes, who and it was this most weird, creepy. Well, I don't know what the show was called. It was creepy though. It was like a cat. Was like a cat, or was it a rabbit or a mouse that turned into a live action thing?
A mouse and a bear.
Yeah, it's a mouse and bear. They look really creepy because it was the 80s.
Costumes was terrible.
They look creepy. You see these things? They look like furries. They just look like furries.
Bootleg furries.
Yes, but her son was so drawn to it. She was like, "How can she make something that's less creepy and appropriate?"
There was a song in there, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the song.
Man, what the fuck was the song?
I don't know. It seemed, one of them kid songs. Kid songs are repetitive.
Right. I mean, it's kids, right?
Yes.
So she was just looking for something to. She was a stay-at-home mom.
Yes. And for some of y'all don't know, the parents now, well, you all know, Barney was what Coco Melon is now.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm positive. Kids just sit and watch. You ever seen a baby look at Coco Melon? They will stop what they're doing.
Yeah, I like watching videos of like parents playing it from another room. And the kid come out of nowhere
with a bottle and a diaper in his hand. What's going on? Like what?
Yeah.
Well, did you watch Barney?
I did.
You did.
My grandma had a home daycare.
Right.
So yeah, it was always kids and minors and shit there. So Barney was in constant rotation.
Right. And Barney had his homies with him, BJ and Baby Bop. BJ and Baby Bop was siblings, but they was 2 different colors.
Right.
Yeah, right. So you put them together, they become blue. Because BJ was yellow and Baby Bop was green, but she always had a blanket with her. She had a blankie. I remember Baby Bop, because she always used to bitch about that blankie.
Yeah.
Like, Baby Bop, quit being a bitch, though. We up here trying to use our imaginations, and you being a bitch, Baby
Man,
Bop.
it was meant to resonate with children.
Yes.
Children have things like that.
I still thought about that shit.
The blanket?
No.
Oh, like as a kid? Like,
like God damn, Baby Bop, man. We still watching Barney. Barney stayed on until 2010.
Yeah.
2010.
But not good.
But Cheryl Leach, it shows that if you start out something and you love it, it'll blow up really big, especially if the right person catches it.
Now, I feel like it was more or less, if you see a need, fill it.
Yes.
Right? Because at the time, there was not much kid programming.
No.
Right? They had Sesame Street, but like, it wasn't keeping the kids' attention. It was. I want to say it was way too educational based.
Yeah.
So like it was
At the
not.
time, yeah.
It was not necessarily keeping the kids' attention. And Cheryl's son Patrick was
zoned into it. He was.
Well, no, he was very active.
Yeah, they said
he was always all over the place, and she just needed something for him to sit down so she can focus and do shit around.
And active is what white parents use to call their kids badass kids.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, that's what that means. He was a badass kid.
Yeah, he was.
They said, "Don't do this, Patrick," and he would think, "What would happen if I did this?" Badass.
Don't
kid.
run with scissors. But if I did,
yeah, badass kids. And so she started the Barney thing.
I mean, this how you know she came from a place of I want to say wealth, right? Because she came up with the idea Barney was not originally a dinosaur, right? He was
not at first. They were trying to figure
a teddy bear.
Yeah,
Barney was supposed to be a teddy bear at first, and she had a loose proof of concept, and her husband, the Lynch family,
right,
was just like, hey, make this shit happen. And a group of writers and cameramen came together, right? But then she changed the idea from a teddy bear to a dinosaur. That's when dinosaur exhibits were real big. They brainstorming, and it was like, all right, no fangs,
and they
no
went
teeth.
And they were not on TV. They went straight to tape and then tour.
Right.
Before they got on PBS. This was before they got on PBS.
Yeah, this is very beginning.
Was way before, beginning.
This was, again, because her financial situation was able to just get it recorded. Like, you didn't have to sit in front of a TV board, or, again, you didn't have to prove, the concept before somebody picked it up.
Yeah.
He said, hey, film this. People was like, yes, sir, Mr. Lynch, sir. We're going to go ahead and do this. And, Barney came alive that way.
Right. Barney did. And they had to have kids on the show. One kid we know, the brother, Derek. Salute to you, my brother. The other girl was, I'm only doing the characters. I don't know their actual names. But Will got the actual names. Lucy. I remember Lucy. She was the tall one. She was the oldest one. Right.
I don't remember none of the kids' names.
They had the blackest. It was a black girl, and her name was Tashita, or something like that. It was one of those. It was like, damn, they came up with that name, Tashita. And then they had the Filipino.
A girl from the Philippines.
From Philippines, yes. I forgot her name. I was about to say something offensive. I don't want to do that. We don't know her name. But then, so they had to find an actor to play Barney, and they came across, I forgot this guy's name, but the first actor, he was cool. He was there for about 3 years, and he left because he wanted to join the army.
He was a mime. He was in a mime troupe.
Mimes are creepy, man. Mimes and clown, two scariest people ever.
The first guy to put the actual suit on to play Barney, he was in a mime troupe because they had somebody doing the voice, Bob West. Bob West is the voice of Barney.
Did it for 13 years.
Right. But he did a lot of characters. This was just one of the many that he, did.
True.
So he did the voice, but he was not able to work the suit. So they had to find somebody to do the suit. And that's when they did auditions. And the guy, he was in a mime troupe, and he got the job to be Barney.
Barney, yes. He got the job to be the Wish.com version of Barney, because that Barney looked fucked up.
It was the first one.
It's the first. That's the OG, but still, if you look at it now, it's like, who the fuck is that? What is that?
Picture now.
That's like the one you like draw off of memory. He's like, yeah, look,
just waking up.
Yeah, like the Barney.
He did it for 3 years. He was good at it. It was working.
Right.
But like you said, he got the calling to join the army and left to join the army.
I don't want to keep bringing up race in this whole thing, but it's going to happen.
This particular person was very patriotic.
Yeah, very patriotic. I'm talking about storm the Capitol patriotics to be like, I'm joining the army. I'm gonna leave this safe gig. You know how much money he could have made
It's
He would've
just a fact of life. I don't know, because like you said, you know, what money he could have made, but I think about, would it have been as successful if he'd have stayed? Because once they switched,
no, because Barney had rhythm.
Right,
People forgot Barney had rhythm.
Once they switched, it became a different thing.
Yeah, Barney had rhythm, man. It's like, it's gotta be a brother in that suit, man. I remember. You remember we found out Barney was black, like who was actually in the suit?
I don't remember like finding out. I
never
really cared. Right,
I did,
because I never cared who was behind the suit. I just cared when lights, camera, action. What are you doing?
You cared about that?
Yeah.
So when you found out Barney was black, because obviously you found out, you were like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it was kind of, I guess I was like, figures. Like,
yeah, he did have rhythm. Barney had rhythm. He was jamming.
Yeah, but when the first dude was doing it, he wasn't real eccentric. He just kind of did his movements. You know what I'm saying?
Eccentric. Okay. All right.
Or energetic.
I mean, we throwing out big words out
eccentric?
there. Yeah, man. I don't mean to be facetious with you. I know I used that right. I think I did.
Yes,
I did. I used that right.
Yes.
Well, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
As far as I know, we both could be wrong here.
And so they had the auditions, and David Joyner,
yes,
who was originally a sex guru. Yes.
Tantra?
Sex guru.
It's not a sex guru.
Well, it's Tantra. What did he explain what it was? He said
he helped people gather their sexual energy. Okay, the sex guru.
There we go. He helped women gather their sexual energy. He was like what Master Roshi was to Goku, but with sex.
Yeah, okay.
He helped women find their Kamehameha.
That is actually...
Hey, I pulled that out my ass, just like the sex guru.
That was
that's
what people was calling them anyway.
Yeah.
So it was funny because he explains what sex tantra is.
Yes, he did. He was very open with it and comfortable. He kept a smile on his face.
What he did. Yeah, because he got to have sex with women.
Well, that's not what he said.
No, he did. Well, it's certainly the words. He admitted.
Somebody asked him.
The producer asked him.
He's like, I didn't have sex with the women per se. That's what he said.
No, not for the program. He didn't have sex with the women.
But he did. He did
say on his own free will.
But that was before the Barney, you know. And then he got the Barney job, and they said, "Hey, you have to stop this. You can't."
Yeah, they made my man sign an NDA. He can't talk about it for good reason. Keep it above.
Yeah.
For good reason.
It's for kids. We don't want that to come out and all that stuff. And it did. It didn't come out at all.
I think for good reason.
For good reason. And then he got the job. He was performing all over the place.
I like how he explained it though with his first performance. Right.
Yeah.
He had got his moves down, and it was supposed to be like the guy when he was the mime. Very, I want to say stiff and just from here to here, a little rock.
No, fuck that.
No, my man came out with spin kicks.
He came out twirling, turning. Hey,
he said, you know what? I'm going to do a 360.
He said it just like proper. I'm going to do a 360.
I'm going to do it.
Then he came out, twirled, kicked. He was Barney for 13 years.
13 years, I can imagine.
No, he was Barney for 10, 91. That's when he came out.
Yeah, a decade.
Yeah, he was Barney for a whole decade.
Barney.
And he was with it too, man.
It worked. I mean, the formula worked.
It worked. And
Barney became a sensation. What they say, 210 countries Barney was in?
No, 250. Over 250 countries.
Oh, the goal for... Cheryl?
Yeah.
She wanted to be in over 200 countries.
Yeah, she wanted to be in.
Did that plus 50 more.
Mm-hmm. And then, so these tapes are popular. The concerts are popular. The birthday parties are popular.
Hold on, wait. We skipped the part.
How they got to.
Yeah, how they got. So they wasn't on TV. This was just VHS.
Yeah, VHS.
She just pretty much told all the other housewives, hey, push this tape out.
Yeah, pretty much. She was hustling the tapes out her trunk, just like 50 Cent did with Get Rich or Die Trying. But that's what she's doing. She was hustling these tapes, passing it to all the house mothers. They doing it. I think how the concerts got started, it was some lady she wanted to do as a birthday party, and she sent a message to Cheryl asking if she can use it. and then Cheryl just signed her on for like event planning and all that stuff.
Made her like the president of
this. She was like, damn, okay, I'll do that then, because she was the first one to ask. I use this as a birthday party marketing tool. So and like she set it up and everything.
This is like, this was all word of mouth.
Yes.
Barney is a household name. Man,
word of mouth.
Started off word of mouth.
Started off over some badass kid who couldn't sit down. That's
before ADHD was diagnosed.
And Cheryl claimed herself to be the mother of Barney.
Wasn't claimed. She created it. So.
Yes, she was. She was created.
Most definitely.
But this, how it came to PBS was Mr. Rifkin, who was the owner of PBS. Daughter was watching it, and he was so stunned by how his daughter was into it. He called up Cheryl and asked her. He put it on PBS. They got a whole new set and everything, and it took off from there. Mm-hmm. Yes, in the year of 93, that's when that happened. So this is a 5-year building block of this right now.
Yeah. I mean,
5-year building block.
They put that shit to work.
They did.
Got going.
Everybody remember the set. They go out on the playground with the swing set. And it comes out,
you
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
Hey.
And when he comes, it's fun to call a dinosaur sensation. Barney can be your friend too. I skipped a part.
What?
I skipped some part.
What part?
Probably the middle.
It's a part.
I started. Yeah, it's a long word.
Okay, whatever.
I jumped right to the end, but we all know what it is.
Yeah,
and we all know what they closed with.
Right.
I love you. You love me. We're best friends as friends could be. I skip a big happy family. I'm just fucking up all the songs.
God damn.
We all know I don't know words to songs. But yeah, so Barney was a part of my 90 Me and Will's generation. That was our thing as a kid. That was us. You know,
100%.
it was 4 kids. Just 4 preschoolers. Preschool toddlers up to about, I don't know, to what?
I want to say first, second grade.
Yeah, up to about that. Yeah, about little kids. You know, and then, you know, around that time, the 90s, everybody was angry. Teenagers, preferably. Everybody was just angry.
Every generation goes through that, though. That age of rebellion.
Of just being, well, they rebel different now.
Every generation does different because there's always different things to rebel against, different ways to rebel.
But they rebelled against Barney because they didn't see themselves in Barney. You're a goddamn teenager and an adult. Of course you don't see yourself in Barney.
Fuck the teenagers. I want to. So now we're talking about the fall.
Yes, the fall. We are at the fall.
Not really the fall. I don't think Barney really
fell off. It's just,
but the hate, the overwhelming hate for Barney, which just surprises me. I don't have hate for Barney. I don't care. It's for children. Yeah. Is it annoying? Yes, but hatred to the extent that these people went to.
What kids show isn't annoying?
Right, it's for children.
What is it?
Children are annoying. That's why I don't have any.
Yeah, yeah, and we pull out.
Point, automatic. But this grown ass man, he went on a business trip, came back, ready to see his daughter happy, to see him. This out of his own words. But when he got home, she was glued to the TV. She didn't run to her father's arms, watching Barney. And this man was like, fuck it. I'm going to find everybody who hates this.
Because his daughter didn't say, Daddy, how was your trip? She watching TV, you jackass.
And he created the like a website.
It was called the I Hate Barney Secret Society.
I hate this man created a secret society because his daughter did not run to his arms as he came back from a business trip.
Because she was watching TV.
Yes, this happened. The Caucasians.
Yeah, it's all Caucasians. Not one black person was in sight for this.
This was ridiculous.
You know, Barney was so successful. The producer of Jerry Springer, he got jealous of it. That is hilarious.
That's
how funny is that? That's how successful Barney was.
My thing is, Barney only has so much hate because it was only so successful. Only because it was so successful.
Right.
If it was a mid-tier type shit, nobody would care. Right. But then there was that one dude who's like the president of the Barney fan club. He became friends with the producers and the original people. That one dude that was sitting there with all the Barney stuff.
The Barney collector historian. He's a Barney historian. That's what he is.
My bad.
He was really into it. He had all the dolls and everything. He knew his stuff.
Even the original doll.
Yeah,
You seen
yeah.
that
He
shit?
had
Like
to.
made
He
it
had
at
to.
home.
Build-A-Bear. That's what he made that on. He made that on Build-A-Bear.
In his basement. But no, so he creates the I Hate Barney secret society, and the shit just grows, right? All these people hating on Barney, and I don't, for life of me, I couldn't understand why.
I still
right?
don't.
They was trying to explain it, and I still don't understand it.
Do you remember some of the rumors they had about Barney? Barney
Like
was a mind controller. He was a pedophile.
Yeah,
He loved little kids. He was gay. What man acts like this? What? It's a kid show.
One of my theories is that Barney was quote unquote too perfect.
Right.
So when someone's perfect, the first thing people want to do is tear it down, just like Jesus.
Let's not get too far ahead of us.
Jesus was black.
You bring up religion and
okay. You get back no, I think Barney was too perfect because he taught only good values.
That's it.
And people was like, okay, there has to be something wrong with this. Why?
But then again, Sesame Street taught good values.
Why?
I mean, they only had one homeless person on Sesame Street. It's a kid show. People look. What do you mean? Had nothing to do.
It was a whole thing out there about the dark side of Sesame Street.
Oh well, yeah, because Oscar's obviously a junkie.
You see what I'm saying? So they had flaws. Barney did not. Barney just taught their kids how to love the people next to them.
That's it. That's all.
Sharing is caring.
That's
how to solve small problems.
That's it. That is it.
To love thy neighbor.
That's it.
And these grown ass men
had
a problem with it.
Had a whole problem with
you
that.
Teaching my kid love?
The fuck is wrong with you?
Caring?
Barney got so out of control. Barney was so hated. Colleges, Nebraska University had a bashing Barney party where they would get dolls, waste money to get these dolls, to hit them with hammers, coloring books, and draw swastikas in the coloring book.
It's a lot of hate.
A lot of hate.
They live in Nebraska, so I kind of
people will waste ammo out of bullets to shoot Barney dolls.
Yeah.
Barney got the LeBron leaving Cleveland treatment.
He did. Yeah.
That's what kind of figure Barney the Dinosaur was.
This shit, is insane.
Yes.
The amount of actual hate these people had, right? And then so I want to say it's one thing for adults to hate it, but of course this became a cultural thing, and now kids hated Barney.
Yes, well, I don't know why kids.
David Jordan said he was getting emails, right?
Yeah, he's getting emails not from kids. No, that was Bob. Bob was getting emails.
His email address got leaked, and these kids in first, second, third grade was sending him emails. A lot of
David Jordan, his family was getting death threats because they found out.
He was into tantra sex, right?
Yeah.
And they tried to make it seem like, oh, he's teaching the kids this, right? It was a whole bunch of theories that if you played the "I Love You" song backwards.
What kind of shit is that?
That in the beginning of the episode, when you singing the song, you're conjuring Barney, and you're supposed to have been some demonic force. I say, you got this much time on your hands.
Somebody has so much time on their hands. They decided to make a role-playing game, a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh yeah, they had a whole man
called. I got it right here. Where is it? Called the hold on. Called the Jihad. The Jihad that destroyed Barney.
Yeah. This was
some virgin loser who is by himself today, still by himself. He's like, you see South Park before, right?
Yeah.
The when they played World of Warcraft, it's that guy. It's that guy. He is in his house right now, sitting there, still trying to figure out how to destroy Barney. And Barney ended in 2010.
Still a lot of Barney hate.
Yes.
So I for the life of me really don't understand how this really happened, right? I get how some kids can grow out of stuff and then begin to hate it because parents sometimes don't catch the hint that they're over it, right? Like kid like Barney, now he's 5 to 6, he like G.I. Joe, but the parents still want him to like Barney because G.I. Joe and Power Rangers fight, and it's like, nah, I like Power Rangers now, you know what I'm saying? So of course I can understand kids having some type of resentment there, right? Parents trying to force it on them. But a grown as adults who at one point liked Barney, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't get this shit. I don't get it at all. It's all white people. Because, black people, they see their kids sitting down. They're like, oh, thank God.
Right.
This motherfucker is quiet.
Play that shit again. God.
Play it again. He is quiet. Quiet. But we talked about the Barney part, but they also talked about Cheryl's life in it. How it came crashing, how like it wasn't crashing down, but
so it was the 80s, right? 80s, 90s.
She left in 98.
Men were still the breadwinners in the household, right? So her husband, she was a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife, you know what I'm saying? A lot of men can't take that. A lot of men cannot take when they lady and making more money than them. They really can't. It's a real stroke to the ego. And I feel like they skipped that part in the documentary, right? They talked about him and how he ended up killing himself, correct?
Yes, the husband ended up killing himself.
They got a divorce, and then he killed himself. Like, I think they missed that part of it, that her success would have bruised his ego to the point where he felt like he wasn't providing for the family, but she was, so that made him kind of inadequate. Some men can't take it. He was one of them.
Not me.
Oh yeah,
baby, have a good day at work, baby. Dinner will be back. Dinner be ready for you.
You love me.
Dinner will be ready when you get home. Then you probably ain't got to ask for money or nothing like that. You still had a job, somewhat,
a decent job.
Yeah,
but some men can't take it, right?
That. Nowadays, women make more money than men.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're almost done here.
All right.
But no, so I feel like he couldn't take it. This is my spin on it. He couldn't take it. He off himself, right?
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. And then, after she left, Barney went corporate. Everybody.
Yeah, they.
And as you go corporate, they added
get it to
Riff.
Yeah, I was not on the Barney wagon when Riff came around. I think I walked past the TV one time and seen it. What the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is Riff? Who is this? I was watching it with my niece one time. Me and my brother like, who the fuck are these people?
He was the Caillou of Barney.
Like, who the hell is Riff? Who is this?
That's who he was.
He's supposed to be urban. Like, nah, who the fuck is Riff?
So you tell me Riff was a nigga?
They said he was supposed to be urban.
That's why he was bad.
He was just terrible. Just awful on the show. Who the fuck is Riff? Out of all the names.
The Riff Raff?
Come on, man.
There we go. We solved it.
Come on, man.
He was the black dinosaur. Ain't that some shit?
And then I want to say she was cool. I want to go back a little bit because she was cool with all like the rumors and everything. Like she ignored that, but it got out of control at the baseball game when they sued the famous chicken. Everybody know the famous chicken is a universal mascot. He goes to all the sporting events,
I have
mainly
never heard
baseball.
of this.
He really does. He goes to like hockey games. He does all the sporting events around the country, and it's just one guy and they switch the thing. Semi-retired yet, but
yeah, I've never heard of him.
But he had a gimmick, and this is when I drew the line. I was like, this is stupid, but at the same time, I respect you as a comedian for standing up for yourself. It's a parody, and all he did was he explained it. He broke it down. He had a little dance contest with Barney. Barney started break dancing. It was like, Barney trying to show me up at my place. Nah, I'm going to whoop your ass, Barney. And it was just a parody. And he kept it going and got sued for $100,000.
Well, you can sue anybody. They didn't win.
Yeah, but they didn't win because, free speech is his comedy. You stand up for your jokes. As a comedian, I was like, all right. But as a person watching this documentary, I was like, this is stupid.
It's stupid, but like, it's cheap laughs.
This is dumb.
I don't want to say cheap laughs, man. Art form is an art form. But, it's his work. That's what he does. So, again, you wouldn't have to worry about it if it wasn't so fucking successful.
Would not. But they wanted it to, that's a little bit too much of kids.
It wasn't.
But they tried it. But then, as always, as all little kids outgrow things. Patrick outgrew Barney. Patrick got older.
He had to grow up. Of course, he don't like Barney no more.
He had a real nice house, though.
Very privileged.
Very privileged, yes. He had a real nice house. So they said he was trouble. He shot a guy.
Yeah.
Went to his house. Shot him.
Went to jail.
He
got convicted.
5 years. He got off easy. 5 years. He was supposed to he's pretty much facing life. Mm-hmm. But he got 5 years. Got out.
He survived. He didn't kill nobody.
Yeah, he didn't kill
shot
him. He went through him. It went through his
in and out.
And now he good. But you just
He should have became a rapper.
Yeah,
you get shot, you got to become a rapper.
yeah, the guy. The guy didn't even walk on his property. The guy looked at the house and then saw no property.
Like,
Just
is that a
went
camera? Damn.
Oh, okay, damn. And then went back to his house. Typically I condone rednecks being shot, but not this one. He didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, no,
Nothing wrong.
he was
at all.
paranoid. I mean, again, I feel like undiagnosed ADHD. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And so he smoking weed heavily, and then of course once you get in trouble, I'm addicted. And we all know you can't get addicted to weed.
No, you cannot. I ain't never suck. I've never seen nobody suck dick for weed. So no.
That's the line right there.
Yeah,
I mean, some women have, but not out of necessity.
The only way you're
Just to
addicted
get
to
it free.
something if you suck dick for it, man. Think
All right.
about it: crack cocaine, all the crack,
Some
cocaine,
women
heroin.
have, just to get, sleep with the dope man real quick.
Where are these women at?
Oh,
All right. But at the end of the day, Patrick got off. He out of jail. He's happy.
Right.
He's
He got
married
2
with 2
kids.
kids. He cool. Everybody is cool except for the husband. He killed himself. But other than that, everybody good.
Hey, some of the kids that was actually on the show, they went through a little rough patch too.
Yeah.
After the show because it was so much hate for Barney.
He got picked on.
Right.
In high
and
school.
some of and then you got to try to join in.
Yeah.
Emo was a big thing. So
Yeah, and Derek, he said the streets was calling, and he said I answered the phone. I've never heard that before. The streets was calling me, and unfortunately, I answered the phone.
see, but I feel like after being on Barney, you have to prove that you're tough.
Really?
Yeah.
Where they put that money at though? They should have put. I'm pretty sure the parents put that up, right?
Yeah, he didn't look like he was. I mean, he's walking again. He wasn't paralyzed. Only money could do that.
Count your blessings. I feel like he get money now. He probably get some money like
Yeah.
royalty checks.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they show reruns.
Got to.
Yeah, so that's everything. That's how the documentary ended. That's just how it ended.
Yeah, I mean, we're a little bit over, a half hour. It was,
It was worth it. I thought this was gonna be a 2-parter, but we went through it all.
Yeah. Would you rate it?
I'll give it a 3.2.
Just a 3? Oh, because that changes things.
3.21. Didn't need to be 2 episodes.
Yeah, I didn't.
They could have made that an hour or some change.
Yeah. Where do you think they dragged it? Where do you think they dragged it?
The ending.
Yeah, talking about Patrick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you had to set that up for a whole nother episode to talk about him.
I do like how they set it up.
I was like, oh man, they about to talk about him this whole episode.
Right? They came back. The girl, because everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. I can't speak on it." Right? And the nanny was like, "I can't talk about it." She come back 2 months later. Well, in my heart,
She went through that check from the first episode. That's what happened.
well, in my heart, I felt like I was being dishonest with you guys.
She went through that check. It's like, might as well go ahead and do this again. We doing episode 2. That's what she did. What would you give it?
I give it like 4.4.
Okay, this is the first time you are actually higher than me.
Yeah, I give it a 4.4.
All right.
One of my major criteria is talking to as many people that was actually there.
Okay, and they talked to everybody that was
Right.
there.
Man, they had Jerry Springer. They had Bill Nye the Science Guy. They had fucking Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh, shit, I totally forgot Steve from Blue. I was like, that bald dude looked familiar. That was Steve. I totally forgot it.
Yeah,
and ain't nobody talking about. I want to see one about that one. And did everybody know how annoying Blue's Clues was?
I fuck with Blue's Clues way more than Barney.
No, it's something annoying about the shows they go. Do you see it?
Right. Door to
Where?
Okay, well, let me finish my.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah, that's all I'm thinking about. No, so I give it a 4.3, 4.4.
Okay, 4.4.
Like I said, one of my major criteria is talking to everybody.
All right.
Right. Giving out all information, which I feel like nothing was missed. I don't really have much questions about what happened to lead up to Barney. Most definitely could have did without that second part. You could have wrapped that up all in that first episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Because the second part to me was just, and Patrick shot somebody.
That's all it was. It's like, okay.
Because they made it seem like he had a whole bunch of run-in with police. No, he shot somebody. People get shot every day, B.
And then they just talked about Barney going corporate. Fucking Riff.
Yeah. Riff Raff. That's what I'm telling you. Riff was supposed to represent the black dinosaurs.
No.
That's
Well,
what they wanna
that concludes this episode of Let's Talk About It. As always, I'm Alec Ford. You can follow me at Ford of Comedy on all social media platforms, and like our social media platform, listen to us or follow us on. Well, I'll do this after you, man. I can't even talk right now. Just go ahead, do yours first. I gotta get them all in my head again.
Okay. Y'all can follow me everywhere at Simply Just Will. Your turn.
Okay, that's it. That's
Yeah,
all you. Like our Facebook page, Let's Talk About It. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Talk About It. Listen to us on Spotify at Let's Talk About It. Follow us on Instagram on LDAI Pod 22. All right, that's it, everybody. Have a good night.
It's on a beat, make it boom.